Good evening and welcome to Sports Mongolia. This is a program dedicated to bring you all the latest news, exclusive interviews and updates on Mongolian sports industry. I'm MNB Ganbat. On this episode, we will meet with a young, promising and ambitious athlete, Bolor-erdene Ganbat. He is the 4-time world and Asian champion in Taekwondo. Also, he was named as the best male para-athlete in the world 2 times.
This year we trained in Sachansum near Hutl. Later we had joint training sessions in Seoul with the South Korean team just before the World Cup. For me personally, it feels incredible to qualify for the Olympics after being ranked number 1 in the world for 5 years. My name is Bolor-erdene Ganbat. I'm a Mongolian Taekwondo and Para-Taekwondo team athlete. I was born in Bolor-erdene Ganbat province on March 26, 1995. When I was little, I used to play football and went horseback riding. In 2005, I fell off a horse and broke my arm, and since then, I've been interested in Taekwondo. In 2008, I started practicing Taekwondo in Sokhwatr province under the guidance of Coach Nirgu. That's when my professional career started. From 2008 until 2014, I practiced and participated in international competitions in regular Taekwondo and won a gold medal at the national championship. Since 2014, I've been a para-athlete and now I have qualified to participate in the 2021 Paralympics. We have a family of 4. I live with my mom, dad, and older sister. In my family, no one has walked the path that I'm walking. You could say that I'm the first athlete in my family. At first, I had injured my arm, and my mom was against it. She was worried that I would injure my arm again.
Well, Bolor-erdene was a very active child who spent lots of time riding a horse, quite active and lively. He was a child who gave everything a try. He took up Taekwondo when he was 14 years old. When he was 13 years old, he fell from a horse and was injured. After that, he got interested in martial arts like Taekwondo. At that time, it was not an easy time. He had undergone long treatment in the hospital for 2 to 3 years because of the hand injury. After his injuries finally got better, he started talking about Taekwondo, but we didn't allow it. Because he had been hospitalized for a long time, so I was against his decision. I was scared that he might injure his leg or even his hands again. One day, teacher Nirgu came to me and said that in general, my child can be quite successful in the Taekwondo and that I shouldn't worry about my son. He told me that he would train my son personally. Then Bolor-erdene entered his first competition and won a medal. So that was the beginning of his journey. And so I allowed him to continue because he was truly interested in Taekwondo. Well, I entrusted my son to the coach. That's how my son started his career.
My first tournament was a week after I started Taekwondo. and there was a province championship and I won a silver medal. Since then they have supported me for more than 10 years. I participated in my first World Para Championship in 2014, organized in Moscow, Russia, and I have won a gold medal and became the world's best para athlete. After that my self-confidence rose and my goals became clear to me.
He won his first gold medal at the 2014 World Para Championship in Moscow, Russia. He won his first gold medal at his first tournament and became the world's best para athlete. Bolor-erdene and Ganbat have won almost every tournament they have competed in. Since 2014, Bolor-erdene has become world champion 4 times. In Russia in 2014, 2015 in Samsun, Turkey, 2017 in London, and last year in Antalya, Turkey. He's also the 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018 Asian champion. He is young and has the personality of a warrior and is also very dedicated. All the best athletes from around the world participated in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics qualifying tournament. He went up against an Italian athlete in the finals. The Italian athlete used many foul moves and blocks with his knees. Bolor-erdene's ankle was swollen, but he overcame his pain and won the gold medal. In 2014, he was still a small kid that didn't have much experience, but he has matured since then and knows himself more. Taekwondo is a sport that develops a person, not only physically but also mentally. Even though he has a disability, he tries to set a good example for the younger generation, and everyone looks up to him.
In 2017, Para Taekwondo was confirmed as a sport for the 2020 Tokyo Paralympic Games program by the International Paralympic Committee. That's when I started to dream of being a Paralympic champion. I won world championships in 2015, 2017, and when I won in 2019 in Turkey, I got my qualification to participate in the Paralympics.
I'm very happy that he will compete on the biggest stage for athletes, which are the Olympics. Due to the pandemic, he was not able to participate in this year's Olympics, but hopefully he will participate next summer. I'm very happy about that. I want him to make his dream come true. I think my son can do it.
When I was little, I was an energetic kid. Coach Nirgu saw me when I got in an argument with someone, and he saw me and took me by my ear. After that, he took me to a training hall. I used to watch many Jackie Chan and Jet Li movies, and I was a very energetic kid. In our yard, I used to tape clothes to a metal pole and used to mimic them, and sometimes I did roundhouse kicks with a bottle. After that, I had the chance to become Coach Nirgu's student. The most memorable moment from a tournament would be at the 2017 World Cup Games. We went to Portugal to participate in the event with 3 athletes and 1 coach. I have a funny memory of it. The event lasted 7 days and the competition had every type of sport. Every meal was served as a buffet. Chicken, beef and salads. One day we told our coach that we wanted to eat some kind of soup.
At an international tournament, I try to be like their parents or be like their friend. Portugal or Europe is a strange place for Mongolians. They always eat main dishes. I prepared noodles with dried meat from Mongolia, so we went to buy an electric kettle there. I made them a soup in the kettle. The 3 of them enjoyed it so much, and they were sweating so much.
And after a while we could smell Mongolian food from the corridor. He went around the city for many hours to find an electric kettle. We had a little bit of meat from Mongolia and he made us the Mongolian soup in that kettle. When we drank the soup, our sweat was pouring like crazy. That made us very energetic. That's one of the most significant and nicest memories for me. And we sometimes like to talk about that moment. My dream, first of all, is to become an Olympic champion. This year's Olympics have been postponed for 1 year. This is a bad and a good thing for an athlete, but I see this as an opportunity to train more and to do my research on my opponents. In the 2021 Olympics, I'll use all my opportunities, train more, discuss techniques and tactics with my coaches and give it my all. I'm positive that I'll be able to make history and become a Paralympic champion with my coaches and my family. Currently, there are 2 athletes who have qualified for the Olympics. Ishtuya has qualified in the female 49 kg category, and I have qualified in the male 61 kg category. Also, Shinwair will compete in a qualifying tournament next year. If he qualifies, there will be 3 athletes competing in Taekwondo at the Paralympics. Taekwondo is a sport that originated in South Korea, and as of right now, Asian athletes in the sport can be considered the best in the world. Countries like Iran, South Korea and Thailand are progressing very quickly. As for Mongolia, the Para Taekwondo ranking is very high. It's ranked 3rd in Para Taekwondo after Iran and Turkey, out of more than 100 countries. Mongolia has 2 male and female athletes ranked 1st in the world, and there are 2 male athletes ranked in the top 3. That is why Mongolia is ranked so high. Mongolia has consistently ranked in the top 4 in every tournament. There are people in my life that have my back. An athlete dedicates themselves to the sport, but nutrients always leave the body every time we sweat. We constantly get supplements and vitamins from the Ministry of Physical Education and Sports. There's also After Sports Committee, which employs me and gives me a salary. I'm very grateful to them.
I want to recommend that everyone to try Taekwondo. Taekwondo is good physically, it teaches respect and manners. Also, it makes body more flexible. It also develops every muscle. It's a nice sport. Kids, teenagers, adults, there are many people practicing Taekwondo in Mongolia. Also, many clubs are being established in Mongolia. There's also a factor in how Taekwondo is being developed here. I'd like to recommend that everyone to try Taekwondo. Well, this is the end of our program. We wish Bolor-erdene good luck and we hope that he will fulfill his dream to write a history and that he becomes Olympic champion in Taekwondo. We'll see you on our next episode in 2 weeks' time. Thank you and have a nice evening.